You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Days of Our Lives fans. Belinda from Soap Dirt here, and I have got your early weekly spoilers for May 6th through May 10th, which is a huge week of sweeps action. I'm so excited to talk to you about this. We've got big stuff with EJ, Sloan, and the baby. We've got Maggie. We've got Constantine doing bad things. Eric and Sloan's marriage, hitting the skids. So much to do. If you have not, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our updates and spoilers. And as we always do with the early weekly spoilers, real quick, I'm going to take you through what's happening the rest of this week just to give you some context and insight for the spoilers that I'm going to give you for next week. So with that in mind, on Wednesday, May 1st, EJ DiMera is very eager to oust Paulina Price as mayor after she disrespected him. That's the way he sees it. I think it is that she called it like it was. He was definitely neck deep in something sketchy where Stefan is concerned, and he really screwed up with Tate. And that is what she said. Not only does EJ want her out as mayor, he wants himself in to replace her. Could that guy be any more power hungry than he already is? I hate to ask that because he probably could. Also on Wednesday, Sloan and Eric Brady have another fight about money. Things are tense in their household, and Chanel's health is spiraling. Now, we have big news, and it is exactly what I predicted that it's going to be. Nicole Walker is completely shocked to find out that Eric Brady is going to be working at The Spectator with her. She is just stunned because, she does have residual feelings and she's not entirely over him. And this puts them in extremely close proximity because, as we all know, it's a tiny office. Thursday, May 2nd, Ava and Harris are searching the bistro again. They are looking for that black book that Clyde Weston is demanding so that he will go away and leave her alone. But the problem is Stefan owns the place now. They don't have keys, and Stefan is suspicious of her already. Eric and Nicole find a groove as they are working together at The Spectator, and that's very interesting. Meanwhile, Marlena talks to Roman, her ex, about John and how worried she is about him, and, the whole Constantine mess stinks to high heaven. Meanwhile, Sloan tells Leo, "You're cut off. The allowance is over. The blackmail is over. It's all done." And I don't know how she thinks she's going to get away with it. And the fact is, she's not. Meanwhile, Kristen and Stefan DiMera make some steps forward in their plan to make sure that EJ is blackballed from the CEO seat at DiMera Enterprises. And that takes us to Friday, May 3rd. Maggie sits down with John and Marlena and tells them she's getting married to Constantine. They are extremely worried, as they should be. The guy's a menace. His first wife went missing. I'm very interested to see how long it's going to take before either Steve or John tell Maggie that tidbit. But everybody that she's told she's marrying Constantine has had the same reaction. Shock, horror, resistance, trying to talk her out of it. Meanwhile, Eric shows up to confront Sloan and asks her directly, just point blank, is Leo Stark blackmailing you? Of course, she's going to do what she does best. She's going to tell more lies. She is not going to come clean. But time is running out. Time is running out fast. As a matter of fact, time runs out on her on Friday. But first, Nicole talks to Marlena about her concerns about Holly and the drug overdose and, whether she's actually stopped doing recreational things. And she also talks to her about having some conflicted feelings about her ex-husband, Eric, and her current husband, EJ, and working together with Eric is making things a little more frazzling and tempting for her. And of course it is. Meanwhile, Leo goes to EJ, upsets him, nearly gets choked to death by him, but finally tells the DA a life-altering secret that your son is still alive. Because as far as Leo knows, baby Jude is EJ's son, but it's not. Leo's off the mark. He is on the mark that Nicole's baby survived. He's off the mark about who's the daddy. All right, and that takes us into the next week. I have got a couple of spoilers for each and every day, and of course, I'll have the full roster of weekly spoilers for you very soon. But on Monday, May 6th, on Friday, after Leo tells EJ, your kid's still alive, and Sloan has him, EJ goes to confront Sloan, but everything with them doesn't really blow up fully until Monday, May 6th. And that's when Sloan shocks EJ and she tells him that she does have Jude. Jude is Nicole's baby, but Jude is not his baby. She tells him Jude is Nicole and Eric's baby. Of course, he's not going to want to believe this. He's going to be furious. He's going to think she's lying to shut him up, yada, yada, yada. But she tells him the whole and complete truth, which probably is a relief because she isn't entirely happy dealing with this baby and wouldn't be too upset if she could get the baby out of her life without messing up her life. Meanwhile, Paulina Price is devastated that she exposed her grandbaby to iodine radiation. Yes, by next week, it turns out, as I predicted, Chanel is pregnant and she has been exposed to the radiation. I mentioned that the radiation isn't that big of a concern when it comes to adults because like Johnny's okay, Julie's okay. Chanel is sick, not only because she's pregnant, but because her pregnancy has been exposed to this radiation. It is a big, scary deal. Tuesday, May 7th, Marlena and John come up with a plan to deal with Constantine and they go talk to Steve about it, who of course I'm sure will be on board because he hates Con. Meanwhile, Kristen tries to make Brady Black jealous by flaunting her fling with Alex, her fling that she has taken to the bedroom. She's enjoying that, but of course it's really Brady she wants in her bed. Wednesday, May 8th, we've got Eric working on a story with Nicole at The Spectator. They're busy at work, but then they start talking about Sloan. And of course, neither Eric nor Nicole have any idea about what's going on with Sloan and EJ at this point, but I do think he's going to tell her about some of the frustrations with his marriage and stuff that's going on, which is, scary because Nicole is an investigator of her own right. Ava and Harris are shocked by something about Clyde's black book. Now, I don't know if that's something to do with them finding it, opening up and reading it before they hand it over, or if they are just shocked by some kind of fact about it while they're still looking for it. I tend to think they may have it in their hands by then and find something out sketchy about it because surely everything in it is sketchy. Thursday, May 9th, Maggie is absolutely shocked to finally get the truth about Constantine Meleounis, but I don't think that's going to slow his roll very much. And Xander Cook accuses Stefan of setting him up for Harris's shooting. Well, Xander's right. Xander is quite right. So I'm interested to see how Stefan responds to this, if it's with denial, if it's with an offer of a payoff, or what. Friday, May 10th, we have Chanel talking to Johnny about whether he wants to keep the baby or terminate the pregnancy. And I don't know if the pregnancy may or may not be viable because of the radiation, if that's why she's talking about it, or just talking about the simple fact of being pregnant this early into their marriage. Eric has a special gift for Sloan for Mother's Day, but interestingly enough, she's not going to be a mom for very much longer. That happens on May 10th, and Mother's Day is that Sunday, May 12th. So that should be pretty interesting. Those are all of the early Days of Our Lives spoilers that we have for you. Please subscribe if you haven't, and definitely come back soon. We are talking Days of Our Lives 7 days a week, and as always, it's Belinda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.